You want to pan and then set it up? Okay, he's showing that everyone's here today. And then once you set it down, yay.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry. He's got to set it up right there. That's why he's got that set up. Are we ready? First of all, I'd like to thank you all for being here today. And what we're going to do is I'm going to show you some ways that you can make some simple Mexican appetizers. And I'm going to show you that there's a way that you can make two very simple Mexican appetizers, because basically the ingredients for guacamole and salsa, or pico de gallo, however you want to call it, takes a lot of the same ingredients. So we're going to make, I'm going to show you how to make some of those. Obviously I did some prep work ahead of time to keep the time down here and save you from having to watch me sit and chop. But it's a lot of the same ingredients, so I'm going to put those things together and show you how you can do these at home and wow your friends at your next get together. Okay? The first thing that you want to do to make guacamole is you want to get a ripe avocado. And the best way to get a ripe avocado is to pick one that's really dark and soft to touch. Okay? This one is particularly soft and very nice. It's going to have a different texture. If you get one that's not ripe, it's hard. It's not as green, the texture is a little different, and it's not going to have as good of a flavor. And I'll pass that around, and you all can take a look at that. The easiest way to work on a guacamole to get your avocado going, I think, is to cut it like this, all the way around the outside. Do a little twist. That one just fell right off. Then pop out that pit that's on the inside. Then I just use a spoon and scoop out the inside here a little bit. And if you get really good at being a scooper, you can actually save the outside here, and you can actually use those for serving dishes. Now, that takes a while to get to where you're that accomplished, but I've done quite a few avocados that way. Then you can just chop these up. Now, the size that you chop your avocado totally depends on your personal preference. I like chunky guacamole. Lots of people like it more smooth textured. I mean, some people even put it in a food processor. I like to have mine more chunky so that there's more bite size. When you put your chips in there, you get chunks and bites and lots of flavor, because I like avocado. So I'm going to chunk this up into pretty good sized pieces and put it in there in that bowl. And so then you're going to have big, nice chunks. Now, if you get it in there and you think it looks a little too big, it's pretty easy to just take your knife and start cutting it up. And you're still going to have some smaller pieces, and you just kind of stir that in there. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to put some onions in there. You can use whatever kind of onions. The one thing that's nice about this is that you can use whatever you have at home. Mom had these onions already purchased, so I just used what she had here at home. And tomatoes, you can use whatever kind of tomatoes you have. These are from Aunt Wanda's garden, so this is a nice time of year to do it. Nice fresh tomatoes. We have these already chopped up as well. Then you're going to use salt. I like a good portion of salt, and I like to use garlic pepper, and just a little dash of that in there, and some hot sauce. And again, how much hot sauce you put in there, it's up to you. Some members of our audience like a lot, some like not very much, so we'll put some of that in there, and they can add more later, and you just start stirring that up. Okay, now for me, the secret ingredient that comes from Rachel Ray, who is a well-known food prep person. She's on TV, written a lot of books and does a lot of TV preparations. Courtney and I, my best friend Courtney here, watched a show that she did on TV, and she used lime juice, or you can use lemon juice, whatever citrus.
I watch her every day.
Yeah, put in that lime juice in there, and that just adds a really wonderful flavor, blends all those things in together, does a great job. You're going to want to put that lime juice in right at the end before you serve, because if you put it in too early, I think it starts breaking down the avocado. So I'm going to give this to my lovely assistant Courtney and let her start stirring that up. Now that we've got the guacamole underway, we'll go ahead and move on to the salsa. And again, since we've got all of the ingredients here put together, all you have to do is we've got the tomatoes here. We're going to go ahead and throw the onions in. and we already had the cilantro. And again, I'm going to set this cilantro up here, and y'all can kind of smell it. It smells so good. I had that all chopped up together. We'll go ahead and put this in. I have lots of jalapeno peppers already chopped and prepared, and we put a lot of that in there. I know, some of you don't like that. Just go easy on the salsa, and we're going to put in, again, that lime juice. We're going to put in the salt, a dash of the pepper, and start stirring that up as well. And again, I like to do this ahead of time. We're going to put some garlic pepper in there too. And let those flavors sit and season a bit, because the longer you let them sit, it gives the flavors a chance to blend together and enhance. So that gives you your nice pico de gallo or salsa, however you want to call it. Now, another thing that you can do if you don't have tomatoes or you don't have enough tomatoes, another thing I like to put in mine is regular peppers. Not the hot peppers, but regular green, yellow, or red peppers. Those are nice, and they hold up real good in your salsa. Gives it a lot of nice, firm texture if your tomatoes are mushy. You can put those regular peppers in there. You can also put all kinds of other hot peppers in there, the chili peppers and all those kinds of things. So that's all it really takes, and you've got guacamole, you've got salsa, and all ready to go. And that's how simple it is. So thank you so much for your time today. Appreciate you being here. And that's how simple it is. Wow, your guests. Thank you so much.
Now, do we grade you for this?
You sure can. Here's the grade. You have to taste it.
You get an A from me.
Thank you so much, but you got to taste it first. Thank you.
Down here.